LEGO has released close to 1,000 different LEGO Star Wars sets, all in several different shapes and sizes. Of course, between all of these sets throughout the years, there are some sets that stand out prominently among the rest. Today I want to look at what I consider the all-time best LEGO Star Wars sets. 15 individual sets that I think are really good and some of my favorite sets. These videos tend to be quite subjective, so drop your thoughts down below. The first set I want to look at is the Ultimate Collector Series Jedi Starfighter, based on the ship seen in Attack of the Clones. I have said so many times before how I love Jedi Starfighters and Jedi Interceptors, and how I think they make some of the best LEGO Star Wars sets, and that is certainly the case for the large-scale Jedi Starfighter. It portrays this ship very well with so much detail to it, and overall just the perfect UCS Jedi Starfighter that is very unlikely to ever be remade again. This was also my very first UCS set, so there is that extra added bit of nostalgia for me. A year ago LEGO released the latest version of the TIE Bomber, and I think this might be a surprising addition to this video for some of you. However, I think this is genuinely one of the best playsets LEGO has ever made. It is the perfect depiction of the TIE Bomber with all the necessary features and details, and it works perfect for both play and display. When the set was first released, it was the first time in a long time that I really thought a LEGO Star Wars set of this size was incredibly value for money, with a really fun build and good minifigure selection. Some complain about these minifigures included, but I think it is more than enough and perfect for a set like this. This set retails for $65, which is really good for what you get, and it is just a personal favorite of mine, and a set I think is objectively excellent. The Starship Collection was introduced in 2023 with the Executor class Star Destroyer, and I think this is easily one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets ever made. This is just the perfect mini-scale Star Destroyer set, and the best way LEGO could make a Super Star Destroyer without going the UCS route again. This set has a perfect combination of tiles as well as visible studs, to give it that good display piece look, but also the overall LEGO vibe. And I just think it is a brilliant 18+ LEGO Star Wars set that any older fan, or even a simple fan of Star Wars, can enjoy to give some character to a desk or shelf space. For $70 I think it is quite fairly priced for what you get, and I would recommend getting it before it inevitably retires. In 2021 LEGO released the Ultimate Collector's Republic Gunship, which was a set that was highly anticipated and cheered on before its release. Even though I think this is one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets, I think it had some flaws that people were really unhappy about, notably the minifigures. The only exclusive minifigure was Mace Windu, and although exclusive, he is by no means the best version of this character, in my opinion at least. And the second minifigure was the Clone Commander, who was seen in a couple other smaller sets as well. The biggest issue was that we didn't see an updated clone pilot in this set, a minifigure so many people were looking forward to see in this set, and honestly, just that one extra minifigure with all around detail and arm printing would have added so much to this set. Other than that though, this set is simply magnificent and holds up as one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets ever made. During the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, we saw a new Slave One playset, and this is just such a good set in my opinion that I am so glad to own in my personal collection. This was definitely the standout set of the 20th anniversary wave, with a beautiful build of this iconic ship and a handful of really good minifigures. This was also the last time we saw the Slave One at this scale, as the next playset version of this set was in the smaller $50 size, and personally I prefer the larger $120 set so much more. We saw the first version of Zuckuss in this set, which is a minifigure that so many people wanted at the time, and it is still quite expensive today. The second more notable character was the exclusive Leia minifigure. Nothing overly special, as it is simply a 1999 design with the exclusive print on the back, but as it was an anniversary minifigure, it was quite notable in this set. The 2007 MTT is widely considered as one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets, if not the best LEGO Star Wars playset ever made. I have to agree on this, as I think it is just a perfect LEGO Star Wars playset, unlike anything else we get to see today. And it is crazy that the 2007 version of this vehicle is so much better than the remade 2014 version in terms of scale and overall design. Other than just a massive well-detailed MTT, we get 20 Separatist Battle Droid minifigures and a Droideka in this one set. This is just the perfect set to build up an army of Separatist Battle Droids with a massive vehicle to carry and deploy these units. And it is a real pity that we don't see any sets like this anymore, as the Separatist Legion doesn't really get as much attention in LEGO at all. Overall, it is a great set that I had to put in the top 10 position. The Venator was once again an Ultimate Collector set that was highly anticipated by LEGO fans prior to its release, and it definitely didn't disappoint. This is a $650 set that released in October of 2023 and is still available in stores right now and is easily comparable to sets such as the newer UCS Star Destroyer, although I don't think it is necessarily better. This specific Venator is based on the Clone Wars, while most people would assume a set like this would be based on the opening scene of Revenge of the Sith. The more controversial part about this set is the minifigure selection, specifically Captain Rex. And despite the hate around this minifigure, I think it is a great minifigure and I am happy with it in this set, as well as the Microfighter. The Admiral Yularen, however, is completely exclusive to this UCS set, and just a really good minifigure to be seen in a UCS set like this. One of the earlier Ultimate Collector Series sets is the Imperial Shuttle, released all the way back in 2010. This is another UCS set that has only been made once before with no updated remakes, and even though a new version of this set would be so cool to see, this older version is already a near perfect set with everything you could want in a set like this. As far as I am concerned, it is perfectly minifigure scale, it has a sleek and clean white look to it, and is very sturdy and stable with its different mechanisms for the wings and everything like that. The minifigures included are also really nice for the time, although nothing too spectacular today. A more recent Ultimate Collector set again is the AT-AT, which is one of the largest and most expensive LEGO sets of all time, with more than 6,700 pieces and retails for $850. The set is simply insane, and once again I am fairly certain it is minifigure scale as well. It is a statement piece for any room, sitting in a corner of your house or on a large table as a centerpiece. And it includes 9 minifigures that can easily be used to recreate scenes concerning the AT-AT from The Empire Strikes Back. This is a set that is retiring very soon, however, so if this is one you are interested in owning, get to your local store really soon to pick it up. The next set on the list might be rather surprising, as I included the exclusive Nebulon B frigate from 2020. This is a predecessor to the now beloved Starship Collection, only available at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2020, and to this day I think it is one of the coolest exclusive releases ever made, and a set I really wish to own. I will always be a massive fan of the Starship Collection, and as this is basically one of those, and even better than most of them, I simply adore this set and I think it looks fantastic. We have never seen any other depiction of the Nebulon B frigate as a LEGO set, despite it being quite an iconic Rebel fleet ship, and I think this one will look amazing next to the Tantive 4 and the Home one releasing next year. Reaching the top 5, I have the Tantive 4 playset from 2019. This was back in the day such a cool remake of the Tantive 4, and to this day it is a set I admire greatly. The Tantive 4 is one of the most iconic rebel ships in all of Star Wars, as it was the first ship seen on screen in A New Hope. The set was built perfectly, including everything you could possibly need for a Tantive 4 and much better than the previous depictions of the set, in my opinion at least. We also saw the first version of Bail Organa, which is a really good LEGO Star Wars minifigure and perfect for this set. And then a handful of other minifigures such as Princess Leia, Rebel Fleet Troopers, as well as C-3PO and R2-D2. The Master Builder series was introduced in 2018 with the Betrayal at Cloud City, and this was a set that had quite a mixed response to it. I, however, thought it was awesome, and I still consider it as a really one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets ever made, with so much to offer. We see so many different rooms and compartments from The Empire Strikes Back and get 20 different minifigures to use and recreate your favorite scenes from this movie. Notable scenes are the carbon freezing chamber, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker's duel, and also a landing pad for a miniature Slave One. And alongside this small Slave One, we see a twin cloud car, and both these downscaled side builds were just so nice in a set like this. Some notable characters are Lando Calrissian in his blue Cloud City outfit, Boba Fett with arm printing, which at the time was very rare to see, and then also Han Solo with dual molded legs and side leg printing. Reaching the top 3, I have yet another midi-scale set, and that is the Millennium Falcon, a part of the Starship collection that was released this year. Now, right off the back, I think this is the best Millennium Falcon LEGO has ever made. I have said before that I think the UCS Falcon is better, but after working with both, I really prefer this one. It is much smaller, much more affordable, and just makes a lot more sense owning and having as a display piece compared to the larger UCS versions. Of course, the newer UCS version could easily be on this video as it is just an excellent LEGO Star Wars set, but I really just think the Starship Collection set is a bit nicer and my preferred set between the two, despite the drastic size and price differences. It is definitely the best valued and highest quality set available right now, at least in my opinion, and it just works well on any desk or shelf space to give your workspace or your room some extra life and character. The runner-up on this list is the Star Destroyer Ultimate Collector set from 2019. This is just an amazing LEGO Star Wars set at $700 and close to 5,000 pieces, and it just looks amazing. In length, I think it might be the longest LEGO Star Wars set ever made, and really it is just a sight to see, taking up a whole table in someone's house. I think the Star Destroyer is once again one of the most iconic vehicles in all of Star Wars, and this set will in my eyes always be better than the UCS Venator as a larger, more bulky ship that just looks a bit cooler and more impressive. 2 unique Imperial minifigures are included, one being the Imperial officer with dual molded legs and then the Imperial crew member with arm printing. Both just some of the best Imperial officers ever made. What I think is the best LEGO Star Wars set of all time is the Ultimate Collector Series Slave One. The Slave One is my favorite ship in all of Star Wars, just because I think it looks incredibly unique compared to some other ships, and as a kid it was the most interesting ship by far, and I still think so in a way. This massive minifigure scale set released in 2015, and it is just magnificent. And 10 years later in 2025, it is rumored that we will be seeing a new one as well, based on Jango Fett's version of the ship. I think this is the perfect set, perfect size and perfect design, and just my favorite set by far, and one I just objectively think is pretty close to perfect. We saw a few good minifigures as well, most notably the Boba Fett with arm printing, which at the time was quite rare once again, and just obviously perfect for this set. I think this is the best LEGO Star Wars set. I might be a bit subjective, but after all, that is the purpose of this video, to share my own opinion. Let me know what your favorite sets are down below and whether you agree with any of the sets on this list. Then I will see you all in the next one. God bless you and cheers.